campsite. There's an area to wash your motorhome should you want to do that. Kiddies play area there, no kids are playing. It's predominantly Germans on this site. There's a couple of Spanish I've noticed, but definitely predominantly Germans. And also the pitches are tight, so if you've got a big rig you're not going to be able to get on this site. It's just too small. We're in a Swift 674, and with the help of some German guys was able to get on. Now the entrance is a bit weird. You come down the road here, there's a big site at the bottom. You can see a guy there in a high-vis jacket. Basically ask him, and he'll drive down this what seems like a walkway, come along here, and then this is the entrance. So it's a small tiny little site, and there's another one there, Torre Sal Marina, but ours is Torre La Sal Camping. There's a small restaurant across the way there. The restaurant site is shut because it's out of season. That's what they said. So let's take a walk down and show you what the site's like. There's a mixture of chalets, but the majority are pitches, motorhome, caravan pitches. Two wonderful ladies, very helpful on reception, really easy to check in. There's a swimming pool on site as well, which apparently is open even now, and we're not in season. So the pitches are quite tight. Some of these chalets here you can rent if you wanted a chalet. Some of them have sinks on the actual chalet as well. As you can see here, there's a couple of sinks there. So these are the size of the pitches. As you can see, this is a standard pitch, and then if you book a premium pitch you get basically two pitches together like this. So that's classed as a premium pitch. Like this one here is a premium pitch. It's actually two pitches, but for some reason they've got this massive tree in the middle of them, which makes it very tight to get on. God only knows how he got that in there, but he has. So there's
also the plant pots as well.
Oh yeah, the plant pots. Yeah, you can't move the plant pots, and you get lampposts. Yeah. Which, so it is tight, but it's doable, even for a novice like me, with the help of three German guys.
And a German woman.
And a German woman. And Michelle.
Yeah.
Michelle just stood back and thought, I don't want anything to do with this. Ja, alles gut, alles gut. Danke. So again, we've got, I think it's about 18 degrees today. So well kept site, nice and tidy. This is a nice site. This is a nice pitch. If you get this pitch 510 or even 531. No tree in the middle, which is nice. But all the pitches are pretty much full. There's only 3 spare pitches, and we booked this 3 days ago. We just went on the Axie website and found a site near where we wanted to go. So you have a Wi-Fi code. Oh yeah, some Brits here. So second one I've seen. So you got a Wi-Fi code to get back off the beach onto the site. You don't need the Wi-Fi code to get off the site. There is another toilet block there. I'm not sure. We'll have a look. Let's go this way, see what's around here. Nice little snack bar, cafe bar. We'll do that tomorrow. Got some food in the fridge that we need to eat. as we get out last couple of nights. So I'm assuming that this is the swimming pool area. Don't know why I'm assuming that, but I think it might be toilet blocks. Yeah, there's a bigger toilet block down the bottom here. There's washing machines, which you can pay for at reception. You chemical waste there. Right, it's wash areas and the washing machines are at the far end. So this is a big toilet block. We're at the other end of the site, so we've got a smaller toilet block. But I've got to say they are clean. There is no, they're just basics, but the beauty is they're not push buttons. Like a 5-side pitch here and basketball if you wanted it. So the restaurant is on the beach front, but because we're out of season, it's closed. Swimming pool's open from 11 till 8. It's not quite sure how it operates. It's an indoor swimming pool. Yeah, you get a store here. And then you got some sun lounges around here. And the beach is just the other side of that fence. So it's an indoor swimming pool. Charlotte's going to go and test the water temperature. Oh, it's warm in there.
That's warm.
It's warm. So it's nice and warm. So let's go and have a look at the beach front, see what we're at. Even though the site is pretty full, really quiet. We've seen a couple of kiddies running around. They do say it's a family site. Looks like you can hire surfboards here. It's obviously the restaurant. You can imagine that some of that would be absolutely bouncing. So you don't need the Wi-Fi code to go out. And the beach access timetable is 7:30 to 12:30. So you can go out at after 7:30, but you've got to be back in before 10:30, which I think is adequate enough. There's a map of the site, so you can see quite compact. And then you're out onto the beach. I've got the Wi-Fi code. Yeah. So there's a boardwalk along here. Looks like Cleethorpes. Yeah, it looks a bit like Cleethorpes, doesn't it? With these like sandy dunes. Sandy beach by the look of it, Shell. Have a few pebbles on it.
It's stones.
Is it? Looks sandy. Yeah. I think it's a mixture, yeah. Very quiet. Quite a few people sat out in chairs on the beach. But you could quite easily spend an afternoon here. If you've got kids, there's a bit of sand, you can make sandcastles. Looks like there's a lifeguard chair there, but there's no lifeguard in it at the moment. And that's the view back onto the site here. So when we venture out, which will be tomorrow probably, we'll take you with us and let you know where we're going, what we're doing. Definitely get the electric bikes out. Not so sure whether you'll be able to ride the electric bikes on these boardwalks or if it's just for walking. I'll keep an eye out for bikes. But ideally that would be great if we could. Well, there's a bike rack here. Well, it looks like a bike rack, so one would assume that you can ride your bikes along here, as long as you're careful, I suppose. So this is the restaurant that fronts onto the beach from the site. It's a bit of a nature reserve, obviously, with all this greenery. So these are the toilets at Torre del Azahar. Got sinks there, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 sinks. Got three showers in this block, and they're not push handle, they're taps. And then you've got a small toilet at the bottom here with a sink. I like the idea of the paper towels, I think that's great rather than the dryer. There's a disabled toilet, and then there is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 toilets. Again, tissue paper, so don't have to worry about that. And 1 urinal. So pretty small, pretty basic soap for washing your hands, but everything you need, and it's clean and tidy. So we're just cleaning the toilet. Straightforward. Put the cassette in. You just basically follow the instructions. It's €2. Straightforward. You can choose which cassette you want, either one of these or one of them. Put it in, turn the yellow dial so the flap will open. Put it inside, door closes, and you can hear it wearing away. Let's see if it works. Apparently it puts a dose of chemicals in as well. We'll find out. Never used one. And there you go. Apparently it's all clean. Don't clean the outside, just the inside. And that's it. €2. Straightforward. So we're just taking a nice little ride to Oropesa, and the sat brought us on this country lane here. You see all orange trees here, mountains in the background, very quiet lane. That's where we're going over there. It's called Oropesa. We're staying at Torre la Sal in Torre la Sal. It's only a small little place right next to Oropesa. Very small site, as you saw in the video, but the countryside around here, absolutely stunning. So definitely, if you have some bikes, or you like a nice walk, and you want to see a little bit of Spain, then this is the place to come. More orange trees there, orange is growing everywhere. In fact, you can smell the orange. Can you smell the oranges, Shell? You can smell them. Now we've just come along a little village here. I'm going to stop recording in a minute. But yeah, this is just a little village on the outskirts of Oropesa. I think we're getting into Oropesa now. just in case there's going to be a fire. Obviously they've done some training on this car wreck here, but yeah, bit of fun training. Bombers. So here we are at Oropesa Marina. Looks like it's all private boats here. Some nice boats. It's a nice sheltered marina just off the main road. Smells like there's a barbecue going, about to start. Lots of fish, so you can get some grilled fish. There's a fish merchants there. I'm not sure if that is caught live off the actual boats or not. There's a boat for sale there. Doesn't say how much it is. Some big sailing boats at the back. A few restaurants here. Sailing club around the back. Oropesa del Mar. Wow. It's a coffee and a half, isn't it? So we've come to the top of the hill and there's a castle here, but unfortunately it's closed because we're out of season. But you can see quite an impressive building right on the top of the hill overlooking the sea. It's got a sign here. Torre del Rey is the actual name of the castle, and you can scan some barcodes there. You get to see right on the edge of the cliff. But this is the coastal path road. Takes us back to the site. But that's an old lighthouse that somebody's converted into a home. Very nice part of Spain, very Spanish, very, very Spanish. Completely different to Benidorm. But not a lot going on this time of year. Very, very quiet. But in the summer season, I reckon it's a bit crazy. So here's that house. Excuse the wind noise. It's just a little bit windy. It's a beautiful road. Be good if we could get up there, but it's a no entry, so I don't know which way we can go. Beautiful, absolutely beautiful. So, just a short walk from the campsite. You've got this boardwalk which takes you through this marsh. Obviously it's a nature reserve. As you can see, there's two Dutch camper vans there. Looks like a nice place to stop. if you was thinking of stopping over for the night, looks like it's free. This takes you out to the beach. Showers here if you wanted to, if you're on the beach. Another great day. This looks like it's some sort of river. I'm not quite sure what they've been doing here. You can see tractor tracks. Easy for me to say. And then this is the Mediterranean Sea. So you can walk all the way along the coast, all the way to Oropesa, which is in the distance there. Not quite sure if it's picking it up or not. So let's go for a little walk. I've got to say, there's something very calming with waves just crashing on the shore. Just gives you a nice sense of well-being, I think. We're here for another couple of nights, and then we're moving on to Terragotta. We're going to stay there for a few nights, and then we're going to start making our journey back up to Calais. We've given ourselves 8 days to do that, so we can take our time a little bit and then not be rushing to get to the shuttle. Just head back in to the boardwalk here. So these boardwalks are dotted along the actual walk so you can get to the beach. There's quite a bit of construction going on, so I think this area is getting some investment in terms of infrastructure, hotels and such like. But just slightly off the beach here, we're back onto the boardwalk. So you can see it's quite marshy, hence the boardwalk, I suppose. It's around about 5:30 in the evening. Still plenty of sun. Small little outcrop of rocks here. Again, the river running out to the sea. Just a little bit further down the coast, and you have this little collection of houses and a few little cafe bars opening onto the beach. And just this little outcrop of rocks. A few people enjoying the evening sun. And this stream must be running down from the mountains behind there. So as you can see, it's a fairly decent running brook. It's coming down into the sea. So a nice evening's walk. The sea is very calm. This late afternoon sun is quite warm really. I can see I've got a hoodie on, but that's only because there's a slight breeze coming off the sea. But the actual sun itself is pretty warm. Just looking behind these trees here, I can see, I think, one of the original houses from the village. Let's go and have a quick look, see if we can get some views of it. It's a traditional Spanish house. Hopefully there's going to be no dogs coming out trying to bite my leg. But yeah, I don't think anybody's at home. Imagine living here, right next to the sea. With your outdoor kitchen. Yeah, not much of a view though. There's an old wall there, covered in moss or some greenery. I think I've just walked into somebody's front garden or back garden. There's an old fishing net there. Yeah, it looks like a fishing net. Doesn't look like it's been lived in for a while, this. A makeshift sort of shelter as such. Again, I bet somebody would pay good money to buy this house. They'd have to spend a lot of time and effort and money to get it up to I think any living accommodation really. But you know, look where you are. Next things I'd probably do if I was to buy this house is chop these trees down so I get a good view of this. And if you wanted anything for tea, just walk along here, get yourself onto these rocks, see if you can catch yourself some fish for tea. In the village of Torre del Sal, the people who lived here made a living from the land behind them and obviously from the sea in front of them. So there was a mixture of farmers and fishermen living side by side to make a living. You can see this rock formation here, the sea, is slowly eroded away. It's almost, I don't know, correct me if I'm wrong, but it looks somewhat volcanic, the rock. There's two candles there. But yeah, if anybody knows what type of rock this is, it'd be interesting to know. It's very firm. It looks sandy like, but it's, I don't know, is it volcanic? It looks volcanic-esque, but please let me know in the comments. You can see from this angle that they are preparing the beach in front of these buildings, probably for the summer, Oh, hello, friend. Looks like I've met a friend. You coming with me? You coming with me? Hey? I ain't got anything for you. Are you looking for food or something? Yeah, so it looks like they're preparing the beach for the onset of the summer season. But these houses date back to 1929. I saw one back there, 1933. So this is just a little town. Well, I say a town. It's not, I wouldn't even say it was a town. It's like a few houses just on the coast. Very Spanish. Peixador. Is that a wet fish shop? Selling fish? Not sure. I can smell fish. So yeah, this is it's just down the road from our campsite. I can only imagine that these are people's houses. So just off the beach, I've stumbled across this tower, which looks fortified tower. It's just off the beach, in the middle of this green area here. Obviously the tower has been here a lot longer than the trees probably. And it looks like there's a park for night site just, I would assume it's the car park for this tower. There's them two Dutch motorhomes parked there. This is the salt tower. It's really to watch out for pirates and danger coming from the sea, because back in the day generally it was from the sea. The beachside situation is named referred to as salt, or the old salt pans present there. The tower has a square floor plan made of masonry, which is reinforced in the corners. Again, you wouldn't see that from the beach because it's covered with these trees. So you've got to come off the beach a little bit, off the track, and then you'll be able to find it. As you can see, given it's this time of the year, a lot of these areas are pretty much empty, and there's a few motorhomes taking advantage of free parking, I suppose. Whether they're allowed to park here or not, I don't know. But there's a few of them here. See, I suppose, knowing what you know, you can have a stopover here for the night and then carry on your journey tomorrow. There's 3 campsites dotted along here, and these look like an apartment blocks, and they're building a 3rd one a bit further along. Looks like in the same sort of style as these 2 here. And they've got a swimming pool and ample parking. There's no signs up saying that motorhomes cannot park here, so I can only assume it's okay to do it. But look at the view. You get yourself parked here, you've got a great view, and it's quiet. Looks like we might be getting a bit of rain coming in from them mountains there. Clouds are definitely getting darker. It's now around about 6 o'clock in the evening. So I'm going to leave it here for tonight.